Back to Happy Valley on Wednesday night for a big day at Shanty. Of course, it was the Lion Rock Trophy. Great to see the Derby winner back winning again. That was Sky Darcy for Casper Fownes and Joe Morel. We could keep looking ahead, though, here on Racing to Winter Happy Valley on Wednesday night. I'm Andrew Lejeune. Please say I'm joined by our form analyst in Paul Alley and race caller Tom Wood as well. Tom, and the track records were falling last week on a fast track. What are we looking forward to Wednesday night?
Yeah, well, we've got some even racing through the course of the card, Andrew. We've had a bit of rain here in Hong Kong on Tuesday, and there might be some with Wednesday morning before the meeting, but looks like it might fine up for the meeting Wednesday night at the Valley. The last race certainly is the pick of them. Some informed horses there, the likes of Beauty Fitter last winner. And Hall of Champson's moving stable. He seems to be really thriving under the guidance here of Casper Fownes. So they look to be the two standouts in that final race.
Yeah, Casper back on top as far as the Trainers title race is concerned with 3 winners on the weekend. We also had a big jackpot in the Triple Trio, Paul, on the weekend. Didn't go off. It's going to be massive on Sunday. What are we looking forward to Wednesday night?
Yeah, looking forward to that one on Sunday. But 2.9 million going into the 6-up. So there's a 6-up win bonus of 2.9. So that should get up to 7 million. So if you get that, you're going to have a bigger bank for the weekend. But no, so it looks a really good card. It's quite consistent throughout, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any short price favourites. All
right, OK. And a few first starters as well, some interesting ones that we can talk about as the show progresses. But we're going to start off, before we get into Happy Valley's programme, looking back and see if we can find you some horses to follow for the future. And Paul, you're up first. What are we looking at?
I'm going to go with Ice Legend. Look, this horse is only having his second start at Happy Valley. And you can see he did a few things wrong, and he started to run in just at the end. If he'd run straight, I've got no doubt he would have won this race. He just got mugged late by the horse in the green, A La King, on the outside. You can see him starting to run in on the inside now. It was a very good run. With this experience under his belt, I think he'll be winning next start.
OK, Ice Legends and the all-weather few from a few weeks ago.
Yeah, Berlin Tango. Look, you can see him well back now. The winner is very, very good in this race, Hong Kong Great, and he just ran away and won. But just look at the way that Berlin Tango finished off strongly. Once he got into the clear, he's yet to win here in Hong Kong. He's raced well at Happy Valley in the past, but I think that the dirt could be his forte here, and he really strengthened out close to the line and just actually missed second. So I think there's plenty more to come from him. He did originally come for the Derby, but things went wrong.
Yeah, he won a good race in the UK on the synthetic over there as well, so maybe the all-weather might be his surface. Tom, what are we looking at?
I've been impressed with what I've seen from CP Brave and his couple of runs. You can see him there in the white cap. He was just behind the speed on this occasion, and once he was able to clear and get into the nice clear air here, once he comes off the back of the Telecom horse in front, he stretched out nicely, but just couldn't quite do it. A few extra strides I think he would have got there, CP Brave for Tony Millard. You can just see him being nutted out there. So I think he's got to win sooner rather than later. Another horse I think can win sooner rather than later is Cordyceps King. Now, this is from the weekend. You can see he's got his head on his side here. He had his head on his side in his most recent trial, so not the most tractable. He's got his mouth open, but once Matthew Poon can get him to focus, when he was drawn gate number 14 here, I thought he ran on OK at the end. Of course, co-partner Ambition was able to win this, but he was still making up ground down the outside. So once I think he can put it all together, Cordyceps King might be on the board soon as well. OK,
we'll look out for him. 2 from the weekend for me as well. It was a really strong programme on Sunday, open as well. This horse, Good Health, having his first start for David Hayes. Blake Shin in the saddle, dropped back in, settled from a wild draw. Piaggio was his name when he raced in New Zealand. It was runner-up in a Group 3 contest over 1,200 metres on his last start. You can just see it's the last bit of this race. Speedy Mouse is the horse that goes on to win this, and he'd been running behind some good horses, including Killer Bee last time out. Strive for Glory is the other one there. You can see in the white sleeves and the red and black stripes who stays on well, but he's a little bit more exposed than Good Health so far. The other one in race number 9, this is War Weapon for Casper Fownes. Now, he's a long way back here, as you can see. The disappointing run was Mighty Valor is in second place. The favourite drops out of it, pulled up lame as it turns out. But War Weapon gets going really late. Dublin Star's the winner and burst through late as well. He's got Ella Gary, just about to run past Regency Bobo. Horses in form, but the way he's hit the line here, you'd think I wouldn't have been too far away for him. He was 2 from 2 when trained in Australia. So War Weapon and Good Health for me. Right, straight into Happy Valley then on Wednesday night, and of the 9-race programme. We'll be racing on the A course as well as we get to meeting 77 of the 88 for this season. We're going to have a look at races 7 and 9 towards the end of the programme. There you can see there's 3 Class 3s. But we'll concentrate on the first of them over the 1,200 metres and then the last event as well. We kick things off with the Class 5 over the 1,000 metres. The field for the 7th, though, line up like this. California Concord, Joe Moreira for Tony Cruz. He'll jump from barrier 9. Both his wins on the all-weather so far. We've got High Rise Soldier, a course and distance winner from 2 starts back. Then 4th to Ping Hai Galaxy last time, who scored at big odds over 40 to 1. Did that from barrier 9, gets barrier 11 this time round. The runner's a 3-time course and distance winner. Everforce has got speed and well drawn from barrier number 4. Good luck should roll from barrier 2 as well. Here comes Ted, a winner in class 4, 3 starts back, and Daily Beauty eligible for a lower class, but they take the lightweight here. He's yet to place in 4 tries in this grade, though he is a class 4 winner earlier in the season. So let's have a look at the speed map for this one. Race number 7. It should be reasonably solid, I would have thought, Tom, with a number of horses who'd like to roll forward. Yeah,
including Ping Hai Galaxy and Good Luck, who went forward last time out, but wasn't able to see it out. And if the top 2 get away, Paul, do you think that allows a potential spot for Everforce to get in down to the closer to the rail from gate 4?
Yeah, and then if that does happen, if he gets down the inside, California Concord, who has got some speed as well, he's the one that's going to try and get in front of Windspeeder and get in there. Windspeeder's drawn 5, so he could easily be back sort of a little bit in the field with cover just in front of the runner there. That's a possibility as well. But if that happens and California Concord can get in, then that'll give him a very good chance, I thought.
Well, potentially High Rise Soldier, who's a horse that likes to race handy. He was pretty handy last time out. He might be able to fill that spot somewhere behind the leader as well. But I think the pace should be good and true for race number 7.
OK, all right, so that's the speed we're looking at there. Let's have a look at some of the horses in action. And we'll start off with California Concord himself. Paul, we're going back 2 starts for this because it was his last start on the all-weather.
Yeah, look, he has won on the all-weather before, but the way he's been racing recently, he has actually been running better here at Happy Valley. Look, he came up to win this race and Snap Feet got the perfect run through on the inside and just beat him. They were across the track. The horse widest out there, he'd come out and won on Wednesday, Sparkling Dragon.
Yeah, so he's been in relatively good form. Last time out he was a little bit disappointing, however, on the all-weather, but back to course and distance where he's had 5 starts, 4 with 3 placings. I think that's likely to suit him.
All right, Ping Hai Galaxy sprung something of a surprise, as he likes to do when winning last time out. High Rise Soldier involved, here comes Ted, and Lincoln Bright was on debut here, Tom.
Yeah, and he didn't do too much. He was beaten 18 lengths in this opening account, Lincoln Bright, but the big grey Ping Hai Galaxy, if you've backed him in his 2 runs, combined winning odds of 201 to 1. They rode him forward last time out, but you go back through his form, Paul, in Australia, he'd been able to lead in one of those Australian wins that he'd produced over there. So, look, they might have unlocked the key to this horse potentially.
Yeah, could well have done it. There is a bit of pace, as we saw on that speed map underneath, and that was just a query I had. And when he did win that race, he didn't really go on with it. So it's just whether he can put the 2 together. But look, it was a strong enough win here.
There's nothing wrong with the run from High Rise Soldier. Also, here comes Ted. Here comes Ted, a 3-time winner, but he was running on quite nicely at the end as well.
OK, the runner's another horse that deserves respect around here at Happy Valley. He's a 3-time course and distance winner, Tom, also, but had to cover a little bit of ground this night.
He did. He never was able to get on the track at all. But to his credit, he was only beaten 3 lengths at the line. Prior to that, he was a winner over Capital Star. He's running behind Fantastic Wave, Valiant Dream. In his last 4 starts, he's done a lot of work on this occasion from gate number 10. And he's come up with gate number 10, which isn't ideal, but he's put on 15 pounds as well, Paul. But I still think in the field of 11, he's got some sort of a show. Yeah,
look, I put him in the numbers as well. Consistency's been his problem in the past, but his last 3 starts read 2-1-4. So he has actually managed to put 3 decent runs together.
OK, so on his consistency, maybe deserves some sort of consideration as well. That's the runner. Didn't give it away when he possibly could. This is High Rise Soldier, Paul, Everforce, and Good Luck, who's not completely all or nothing, but certainly getting his own way helps in front.
No, it definitely does, and I think that could be Ping Hai Galaxy's undoing. But look, I'll tell you, whatever happens with that speed map, High Rise Soldier from barrier 1 is going to get the perfect run just in behind. Vincent Hobart, he's in great form at the moment. I thought this was a strong enough win when he did win this race. These 2 horses weren't clear. So, look, I'm going to side with him.
He's not a prolific winner, just 1 win next to his name. The horse I want to take out of that is Everforce. He had company, just got tired over the last 100 metres. He's drawn gate number 4, so I think he's in with a big shout as well.
All right, well, he is our current favourite at this stage, Paul, but it's reasonably open, a very competitive field.
Yeah, I think it's how I see it is the horse that's going to get the best run in the race will win, and I think that's going to be High Rise Soldier. So I'm happy to go with him. California Concord, there's a few if and buts with him from the draw, but if the scenario plays out like I suggested at the start, I think he'll get a nice run. The runner has shown that consistency. Here comes Ted, comes in with that really light weight and did hit the line strongly last time. 3, 1, 6 and 10.
7, 5, 6 and 1, the 4 runners I like in race number 7 of the night. Ever Force, if he can get in somewhere close to the rail from gate number 4 there, if he can slot down maybe behind the leaders, I think he's got a big part to play in this race. Now, he's up 29 pounds, but I'm not too worried about that. He's carried the 1,019 pounds last time out, so gone up a little bit there, but looks to be in good form. Pinghai Galaxy, the runner, and California Concord. Forget his last start, he was 1 place, but his prior form had been good. So 7, 5, 6 and 1.
I got the same cue as Tom there. I mean, outside you got 2 big prices, Wind Speeder and Lincoln Bright. Everything else is less than 20 to 1. It's a very competitive race, race number 7. All right, up next for us, we'll look at the final event, race number 9. We'll hear from Zach Purton as well about his Mount Beauty Fit. We'll have all the best bets for you as well. Welcome back to Racing to Win, the very best in Hong Kong racing. This week we're at Happy Valley on Wednesday night for a 9-race program. We're going to look at race number 9 right now, in actual fact as well. It's a Class 3 contest over the extended mile, the 1650. Good lineup as well, with Beauty Fit, a last start winner. His breakthrough win, in actual fact, at Sharton at start number 5. Hall of Champs won 2 of his last 3, and Blake Shin's 2 from 2 on the horse. He jumps back on board. Helene Wisdom Star won course and distance 2 starts back. Farshad is a 2-time course and distance winner this season. Exceptional Nice behind Farshad, 3 starts back, and then Helene Wisdom Star last him out. Total Power's a last start winner. That was in Class 4. Gallant Crown's had a good season, winning 3 times. And Nordic Warrior up from the 14 to the 1650. All of his wins, though, so far have been at the 1200 metres. Does get in with a lightweight, though. OK, before we have a look at some of the horses in action, let's have a look at the horses as far as the speed map is concerned. And again, we're saying good to slow in the early stages for this one, Tom, but it's normally pretty helter-skelter down to the first turn.
It normally is, and a horse like Golfman Star won't want to get caught 3 wide up on the pace like he did last time out, so he might fire up from gate number 12 and come across. But Exceptional Nice has got good gate speed, and he's drawn much lower down in gate number 2. Behind them, you've got Farshad with Total Power, and Hall of Champ, Paul, I think somewhere probably midfield, the ideal position for him.
Yeah, he should get a nice run just in behind, shouldn't he? The interesting thing, well, Farshad, will he go forward as well? He can be a bit of a handful, Farshad, and he's a horse that can pull in the run. So if he starts doing that, I wouldn't be surprised if they did go forward with him as well. Helene Wisdom Star looks a bit of a problem for him out there. What's he going to do? He's going to have to try and slot in somewhere midfield. And Beauty Fit, coming to Happy Valley for the first time from barrier 11, Zach Purton aboard. So will he take the bull by the horns, go forward, or try and slot in there? It's a couple of scenarios for Beauty Fit as well.
I think it probably all depends, Andrew, what Beauty Fit does at the start, because we have seen him in the past here in his limited starts in Hong Kong, missed the kick on a couple of occasions. All
right, well, Beauty Fit's probably a good place to start on the back of that last start win, and Tom was out at track work to catch up with his jockey, Zach Purton.
Zach, Beauty Fit going around in the last race. He won at his 5th attempt last start here in Hong Kong, coming with wraps. Did he make it a bit tough over the final stage, wanting to lug in?
Yeah, he's got that habit of wanting to hang in, but I think it's because he doesn't want to change his leg. He's on his tired leg, and because of that, you know, naturally they're going to want to get in a little bit. So hopefully one day he can learn to do everything properly, and then I'm sure he'll progress through the ratings a little bit more.
We've seen him miss the start, and as a consequence get back. We've seen him be handy midfield. He was midfield last time out. Where do you sort of feel his best sort of racing pattern is?
Oh, it's up to him. As you said, he can be a bit funny in the gates. He's missed the start a few times, and I think going to Happy Valley for the first time under lights and being drawn towards the outside, not that there's a crowd there, but there's a little bit more for him to look at. So it's probably fraught with danger a little bit, but he did everything right last time, and if he can break clean, he could possibly settle in the first half of the field, and I think that's a good position for him.
He won over the mile last time out, but he's been tried up to 1,800 metres. Is the mile his best sort of go, or will he get up to 18, potentially further?
Yeah, I think a mile is a good distance for him, but I can't see why he couldn't run a little bit further, you know, once he starts doing everything right.
Interesting comments there from Zach. So suggesting, Tom, that he would settle in the first half of the field. You can see that whole not changing legs thing all the way down the straight. He was on his right lead, wouldn't change.
Yeah, he just wouldn't change at all. And look, he was just wanting to lug in over the final stage and do a few things wrong. And so I think the start will definitely be key tomorrow night, as Zach pointed out. No real significant crowd at Happy Valley, but he's drawn near the outside. So there'll be a few different things to look at for his first time under lights there as well.
Yeah, that's the key, isn't it? He's a horse who does do a few things wrong, and he's coming to Happy Valley, which can be a tricky race course at the best of times, under lights for the first time. But it was a good win from him last time, and you don't know, he might just really thrive there. So there's a few ifs and buts with him.
Yeah, it might be the turning point, because he came with a decent reputation, and he's got a big engine, I'm sure of that. But what of his rivals? Well, this horse is in tremendous form. Hall of Champ won 2 of his last 3, and I thought Paul did it with a bit of ease last time.
He did. Look, he stepped up and back into Class 3, in which he hadn't performed in the past, and won really nicely. She's got this really good turn of foot. Hall of Champ. He comes back here to Happy Valley. Now, he hasn't won at Happy Valley. He's only been placed once from those 4 goes here. But the way he's in form at the moment, he's a very hard horse to leave out.
Yeah, low gate. I know the horse has dropped 11 pounds, but he also has to carry an extra 10 pounds here, so he's carrying top weight of 133. But I think just on that effort alone, I think he's still got rating points in hand. I'm not concerned about the weight rise here. Hit the front of the 250 and did it so easily.
The only defeat, well, he's a defeat 2 stars, but he's only beaten a nose. He'd won his previous one as well. This is Naboo Star, not Naboo Attack. Naboo Star up at Chung Fa Tom at the trials. He's now with David Hayes.
Yeah, he's been freshened coming into this, not seen since the 17th of March behind Right Honourable. And that hasn't actually been a bad form race, really. The Hulk's come out and won a couple of times. Total Power, who's a race rival, and he's won. Also Telecom Fighters. So the last start of his a decent form reference, and he seemed to do it quite nicely in this recent trial. So I wouldn't be leaving him out, Paul, with his first up and course and distance record.
No, definitely. I actually got him on top. I think he does go well fresh. He's won fresh in the past, and he seems to have really thrived up here at Chung Fa.
All right, OK, we're getting technical with this one. This is Gallant Crown. Here he is. We can mark him on the outside here as they swing into the straight, and we've got it at the 2 different angles, the head-on and the lateral, so you can get everything taken in here as far as he's concerned. Paul, it was a solid 4th for him last time out.
Yeah, it was. It was a nice 4th from him, and he does come in from the coveted barrier number 1 with a low draw, so there's a few positives. His wins were in Class 4. He's now up to the bottom of Class 3. He did hit the line nice enough. I don't think there was a little bit of tightening at the very end there, but I don't think it affected the placing.
He's had a recent quiet trial coming into this as well. The horse himself, he's dropped to 10 pounds. He settled well back last time out in the run. It was just a field of 9 there, but he wasn't beaten overly fast. So with the lightweight, no doubt with the low draw as well, he can be competitive here.
Yeah, his wins did come in Class 4 company, but limited opportunities in Class 3. He might be good enough. But again, in an open-looking race, Paul, Exceptional Nice is actually our favourite at this stage.
Yeah, and I haven't got Exceptional Nice in, but I think it's one of those races where you're going to get a reasonable dividend. He's at 4.1, so whatever happens, there'll be some good odds. I'm gone with the 4 Naboo Star. He's got the good fresh-up record, really thriving up at Chung Fa, and I think he's going really well at the moment, this horse. So he's on top. Hall of Champ's been the one in good form at the moment. Beauty Fit, there's a few ifs and buts, as I said, coming to Happy Valley for the first time, but a strong win from him last time. And Gallant Crown, he should get a nice run from that low draw. 4, 2, 1 and 11.
Very similar numbers to Paul. The only one we differ with is with the game play at times. I've got him in game play at times, but on top for me is the Hall of Champ. He's won his last 2 out of his last 3 outings. I don't know how he didn't beat Super Tenor a couple of runs ago. Visually, it looked like he did, but I think he can win here again. Beauty Fit is main danger. Gameplay at times now. I'm not concerned about the turf for him. I know he's not done too much on the turf here so far, but he was a winner overseas on the turf on a couple of occasions, and one was at Group 1 level gameplay at times. Ran home nicely last start, and Naboo Star goes in fresh. So 2, 1, 10 and 4.
2 and 1 the cue for me as well. It's just that draw for Beauty Fit which put me off a little bit. Hall of Champ, a horse in very good form. All right, 9 races, Paul. That means there's 9 winners to be found. What do you like?
Well, I'm looking at the card earlier on. There's a couple of Class 5s to start. I think Zhongwa Jiangxin in the first has got blinkers on for the first time. That's really going to aid his chances. Amazing Rock, he's drawn the ace. He's going to be hard to beat. I thought he'll come up short. In the third, Island Shine. Now, Island Shine is a really well-rated horse. A second start back in Class 4. I think he can win. Regency Master, Zach Purden ride as well. He's been going well recently from wide draws. He's got a good draw. Fortune Carrier from the front. Fast Place should get a nice run just in behind. High Rise Soldier from a low draw as well. And Stanley Park could be one at odds here. He's changed stables and he's dropped 17 pounds.
All right, and you'll find the race preview for each and every race on the website under the audio video section. But if you're going to cherry pick one of those out, Paul, who was the best?
Island Shine. I think he's just a really well rated horse at the moment. Barrier number 3. You can see he's off a rating of 59. He has won off 67 before. This is a second start in Class 4 from a low draw. He's the best. And Stanley Park, look, he's dropped under 1,300 pounds. He's a massive horse, this horse. This will be his first start for a new stable, but he's got ability, he's got speed. I think he can run a race at odds. And we'll do the play at QQP Swingers in race 3, 2, 3 and 6. Island Shine, Take What You Need, and Beauty Cheers.
Saving the best until the last race. It's Blake Shin steering the Casper Founds trained galloper Hall of Champ, drawn gate number 3. I think he's still got rating points in this in his hands so far. Hall of Champ, 3 wins from his 19 starts, and has to carry top weight here, up 10 pounds from his last start outing, but I think he can win. And a newcomer in race number 2 called Party Warrior, who I haven't minded the trials of. Prior to arriving here in Hong Kong, he trialled in New Zealand, and he did win a trial in good fashion there by 4.5 lengths. He was very quick out. Gate speed's just been fair here, and Beauty Spirit Hall of Champ with some value there around game player times as the QQP in the last. Race 9, 1, 2 and 10. All
right, best for me, race number 8, Mr. Colourful, was run down late at Sha Tin last time out. Tony Cruz and Neil Callan, I think he'll find the front again. Be very hard to peg back. He's only had 2 starts so far here, Mr. Colourful. I think he can find the winner's enclosure. And Pakistan Zindabad, now we'd want to get a good price about him because he hasn't placed in 5 starts so far. He's first up since February. He's now with Chris So, but I haven't minded his trials. He's drawn barrier 3 as well. So Pakistan Zindabad each way price. Mr. Colourful family, folks, and H Shed Tourbillon, the QQP for me in race number 8. There you go, that's Happy Valley taken care of. Hopefully we can land the 6-up on Wednesday night. But Tom, it's the triple trio we're looking forward to though on Sunday.
Yeah, well, we just need to get past the first leg of the triple trio to start off with. But it's going to be a huge pool coming up at Sha Tin on Sunday. There's a couple of tricky races looking at the entries, and wouldn't shock me if there was the Class 4 race on the all-weather added into the TT as well. Yeah,
they'll pick the 3 hardest races. There's also a jackpot there as well on the 6-up. So if you go out in the triple trio the first leg, then you've got a chance at the 6-up.
There you go. Looking forward to that. Looking for Wednesday night as well. That's the show. Thanks for watching. I hope we'll see you at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. We will be racing to win.
Good night.